Would you rather French kiss or peck kiss?
French kiss or what?
Would you rather French kiss or peck kiss?
I know something's coming at you.
No.
French kiss.
Fred Durst. Would you rather French kiss or peck kiss Fred Durst? You'd rather French kiss him. Sean.
That's right.
You have a glow about you, and I don't know what it is. What happened today that made you so damn chipper?
I think it's just coffee. I think I was really tired. Megan's son Owen's back from his California trip.
A little youth back.
A little youth back into the
back
mix
around
here.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. But I had 2 espressos, and you saw me have an iced coffee, so that's probably it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are a guy that needs caffeine because you're usually pretty turned down, low energy, quiet.
When you have a drinking problem, right? You need certain times of the day. You need to get a pick me up.
It's not a drinking problem; it's a drinking solution.
The
world
coffee
sucks,
drinking solution.
So you got to go get drunk. I feel like I haven't got drunk in a while.
I have, and I need to.
Probably not since my birthday. That wasn't my real starting question. My real starting question is: I just watched an old movie because I saw a preview for its third of the trilogy that I want to see, The Equalizer, and I wanted to ask you: is that movie A, awesome, or B, fucking sweet?
C, fucking awesome.
Next
year too.
That's nice.
That movie is badass. We're big Rewatchables fans. The podcast, and they go over, and they really do have a lot of in-depth knowledge of
and good
movies
takes
and good takes. And when they bring up the idea, and I've noticed this as well, but they put it pretty succinctly about, like, if you look at like early Denzel, he's in all these prestige acting roles.
Yeah.
And at some point he was like, I'm like my own type of action star. He's Man on Fire. He's Safe House. He's Equalizer. He's Ricochet, whatever the one's called. So, but I remember, I know I've noticed that shift, but you wonder what goes through their minds. They're like, these are more fun to do. Like he went from, like, remember he was in Glory, he was in Philadelphia. I think he was nominated for an Oscar, or maybe Tom Hanks won the Oscar.
He's the quiet badass.
He is absolutely the quiet badass. And
I just say those
effortless as an actor.
Those movies are problematic for me. I love them so much. I love a good and this has been, I mean, it's kind of a tale as old as time, but Beauty and the Beast. But they've been doing this formula for a long time, but it's like gotten super hot again with, like, your Taken, your John Wick, your Equalizer, your anything Jason Statham's ever acted in since Snatch. But I love it. I'm going to like that movie every time. You throw fucking Bob Odenkirk in it, and I'm going to like it. When he was in Nobody. Like
the Vigilante movie.
But the reason that it's problematic for me is it makes me daydream about just being in a diner and fighting fucking 16 people.
Well, you do that on a daily basis anyway. I don't think you need the movies.
I do. Well, I do. We're not going to go through that part, but I do a bit about it on stage. But it is the absolute truth. Is I just fantasize about, like, things that are physically impossible. Like, I really do think at this point in my life, with my lack of flexibility, my laziness, my just general malaise and disinterest in being physical, that I would get my fucking ass kicked. And I hate to say it.
I hate to say it also, but yeah, of course you would. Yeah. If there was 6 guys in a diner that wanted to kill you.
I'd get real hyped up at first. I'd have the acting part down. I'd have the line down.
You'd be dead before you started giving instructions.
Yeah.
Be like, I know how you think this is going to go. Oh!
I'd set my watch like the Equalizer, and then just fucking have a fork in my throat. Oh, you didn't even give me a chance to set my watch and survey the situation. Ow!
I'm supposed to best you guys.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm not gonna John Wick anybody. I barely like dogs.
Is there anything better than a movie where a guy walks into a place like a diner, or even in the Captain America elevator scene?
Yes.
When he's like, "How do you want to do this?" And they're like, "I'm sorry, what?" Like,
No,
where it's like, hey, he's 12 steps ahead of you. He knows exactly what this is.
The Captain America elevator scene, he says, before we get started, would anybody like to get off?
Which is a pretty badass
You
line.
know that's my favorite part of film. That is my... I mean, I showed you that on a Dude You'd Like This, is Timothy Olyphant dropping the bullet.
Yeah.
Like, that would be my problem, is I would have... It would be a bad movie to watch, because I would be like, before we get started, would anybody like to get off? And then they just mercilessly beat me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would drop the bullet. I'd be like, next one's coming faster. And then just fucking Saving Private Ryan, just bullet through my head, and it's over.
Yeah, it cuts to you just passed out in a pool of blood in the middle of the elevator. And they're like, you guys want to get something to eat?
And they're
It's
just
them
killing.
walking out.
And they're like, Jesus. Hey, I thought that guy would have put up more of a fight. What was that, like 15 minutes? I stole his watch that he set.
You'd get your equalizer watch stolen.
He kicked his ass in 15 seconds. How you know that, Frank? Oh, we took his
brand new
watch. Yeah. His watch. I think it's a fake Rolex, but it looks good.
You wouldn't be the equalizer. You'd be. I don't know what you'd call it. What would you? The guy who tries too hard. The delusional.
The delusionalizer.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's the coolest type of cinema.
Yes.
Because I think what it is, it's a fantasy for a guy to be like, if I was in this situation, I would do X, Y, and Z.
You just want to like shut the door behind you and lock it, like the now yous can't leave.
Yes.
And then I would be like, now yous can't leave. And then in my head, I'm like, fuck, there's like 4 dudes in here. Damn it.
And that scene, there's like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And they're all bikers. And there's just a bunch of fat guineas coming out of the back room. Come on, you son of a bitch. The best is, that fight scene's great in Bronx Tale, the Now Yous Can't Leave. Because one of the methods, the really fat guy just smushes a biker up against the bar.
Oh, I know.
He just like belly checks this guy up against the bar.
Movie fights are one of the most misleading things in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like they're like all long and drawn out, or like, and then sometimes somebody just gets punched and they're immediately unconscious. It's
yes. Well, my favorite thing that movie fights, they've started making those more realistic in certain movies. But I think like nobody did that with Bob Odenkirk a little bit. Like, he got his ass kissed.
Yes.
Kicked. But the
Freudian
my
slip.
mind's out. Huh? Anyway, but also my favorite thing is the comedies doing bits about if something exploded behind you, how it would actually go down.
Yeah.
In the others, they do that. And the other guys with Will Ferrell.
Oh, yes, where they're like, it's so loud. How do people walk away from this?
It's hilarious because apparently it's true. Like, Man on Fire has one. There's literally a bomb going off behind him, and he's walking away like he's in a park on a Sunday.
Well, he does it in The Equalizer too. He blows up a whole boat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, it's again, it's like it. I think that how John Wick acts in situations. Maybe The Kingsman. Did you ever see The Kingsman?
Kingsman's great. Third one, or the second one, or the third one sucks. One of them stinks.
The third one sucks. Second one's okay. First one rips. But when he does the like manners maketh man, and he locks the bar and kicks all those dudes' ass, Colin Firth. Remember that? It's very early in the movie.
Yes.
But like that type of situation, I think, is peak what we wanted to accomplish with this podcast.
Yes. That's the epitome of.
We say it's to not be a
not being
people pleaser, but we really just want to be a badass in an action movie.
All I ask is, can I just beat up a room full of guys?
Can I just fight 6 nameless henchmen and win handedly?
It's a life goal of mine.
That's what we should do sometime on this show.
Right.
We should go back and forth and do. You remember how we did the Bar Turner song list? We should do like
action movie,
badass action movie, like situational scenes. Like, not necessarily like the best fight, but the best like
tropes.
Now you can't leave,
yeah.
Or the manners maketh man scene. Which one of those might make my top 5? But you know,
now
just
you
like
can't makes mine. But it's not an action movie, but in a
but
movie scene.
Just like an action sequence where we're like, God damn, that was cool. We should do that sometime.
Well, let's do it. Can we switch gears a little bit? I want to tell you about. Speaking of being manly, I went to the Mets game with our friend Jason Salmon.
Oh, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod. Been on the pod.
Yeah.
And great guy, great comic. Got these amazing tickets for the Mets game. I was really thankful. But had a little bit of an awkward moment. I want to talk about it. where hands are full. It's one of those things where like a joke, a thing that you don't think is going to be bad is bad. We're walking out to the seats. He has his food in his hand. I go, oh, you want a fry? And he goes, oh, I got my stuff. I go, oh, and as a joke, I go, I'll feed it to you. I go,
Yeah.
I'll feed you the fry. And he goes, oh, all right, go ahead. And we're both like kind of laughing.
Yeah.
I do it. I've never felt more uncomfortable. It was, I'm not in the way where I was like, oh my God, I think it moved, or like a sexual attraction type of way.
Yeah.
It's too intimate of a thing to do from hey, we are pretty progressive on this podcast. We're all for all sorts of sexualities. It's not that, it's just, I've realized as I did it, I've never done this in my life.
Is this the first time you're talking about it, or did you two homos talk about it when you went to bed together that night?
Well,
Progressive my ass, bro. I'm just remember when that was an insult? It was just the beginning of homosexual. Like, what's up, homos? They're like, yeah, we are. That's what it is.
That must have been a great one in Pittsburgh.
Homo?
Just the accent alone.
Yeah. Homo.
But dude, it was, I don't get choked by that stuff, but I was like, this shouldn't be happening. After we did it, I was like, why did I do that? Like, it was almost like we both went through it, and I was like, that was way more awkward than I thought it would be. And he was like, dude, that was awful.
Well, another, I had something similar to that, but I didn't feel as awkward, and that might be a bigger problem. Is
also, I think it would have been less awkward making out with the guy in the middle of the Mets. Something about food and sensuality.
Did he do the tongue like the like stick the tongue out and like
he went like a baby bird. He went
like chomped it down, and then you put your mouth on the other end and you Lady and the Tramped it.
But it's a Nathan's fry, so it's really very short.
It's all greasy, like just squirting out on you guys. Oh man, I don't think that's weird. I think that's cute.
It's not weird, but for some reason, the act of it when I did it, I was like, it's not that big of a deal. But the moment I was like, that felt way more awkward than it should have.
That's stigma, brother.
It is, but hey,
you know what we need to start doing?
A person in our society.
Once a week, me and you need to feed something to each other. Yes. Yeah. No. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We're gonna feed each other with our shirts off.
That's not happening.
We're gonna take our shirts off together every other week. Every other week we take our shirts off. We'll start with something simple with like Cheetos, and then we'll do like ice cream, like bowls of ice cream, and we'll like take it off the spoon.
No, yeah, it has to be.
And by the end of it, you'll be a more progressive man. You'll be more comfortable with your sexuality and your masculinity and your femininity, because there's two sides to it.
Do you really think that you could? It's almost like, they had that thing like, can you take it? Can you take it? Like hand up a guy's knee thing.
Yeah. Oh, I sucked my buddy's dick like that one time. Yeah.
Just to.
I don't give up, brother. Blue collar.
Across the board, no matter what. But yeah, so that happened. That happened at the game. It also happened like in public at a baseball game. It's just a bunch of dudes just watching. Like I'm pretty sure the security guard was like, "These guys are definitely dating. They're 100%."
You guys are a funny couple.
Funny. What? Yeah.
You guys are a funny couple.
And then we're there.
You're like a low budget toll time.
Oh, like
Home Improvement.
He's
like Tim and Al. You're like Tim Taylor and Al Borland. You're like, you know how they do like those parody musicals, like in New York, like those like Office musical and Friends musical.
Yeah.
You are if they did the Home Improvement one. You know what'd be cute is if you did like a dip the nacho in and fed him like that.
Oh God.
And then he gets like a little cheese and you do this.
The wiping it off. I can't stop.
It's so well. Me and Colin Chamberlain, another friend of the podcast.
Have you ever fed Colin? You guys are really good friends. You're
100%. Yeah. I mean,
you ever feed him anything?
Our relationship as friends is extremely inappropriate. like I remember one time I like kind of said it as a joke. I was like, dude, I got a real bad itch in the middle of my back. He's like, oh, yeah, scratch my back. And I was like, I don't know what's worse, that you just did it and didn't realize I was goofing, or that I was just like, nice, thank you.
I just had it with. I was with Fiore, and I was at the beach with Fiore.
Yeah.
And he put lotion on my And I was like, at first it was okay, and then it also got a little bit weird. And it was like,
He said that right in the middle of a sip, man. I was taking a sip.
he did put lotion on my back.
I had that bad coffee coming out of my nose. Let's rank the order of what's most uncomfortable of those three: feeding your friend, scratching your buddy's back, or putting lotion on him. I think
Most uncomfortable?
lotion's number one.
I gotta be honest. Well, he did the lotion, so he was the lotioner. So maybe for him it would be. For me, getting the lotion on my back,
You were just pretending it was like a chick.
I was like, it's my mom. It's my mom. No, but I think because of the way I felt feeding the fry was the most uncomfortable thing I went through. Like a scratch, I think actually wouldn't be as bad because it was a little tiny
Do
scratch.
you think him taking the fry was as bad as the feeding the fry?
I was right there in his face. You can't.
I love this.
You can't mistake. You can't make anything up. But at least with the lotion thing, he's behind me, which is not ideal, whatever. But
oh, I know.
no, but I would say the feeding is the most uncomfortable in my experience. But I've never had a friend scratch my back because it's one of those things where it's like when you're a guy, like you just know that you go on a doorstop and you scratch it that way. It's changing
Like a bear.
like a bear, like up against the tree tree trunk. Tree branch.
This was a great question. Speaking of Colin, his dad runs a podcast in Pittsburgh, and they put out like questions of the day, and one of them was, "What's the weirdest thing you've ever used to scratch your back?"
Oh,
And there were some gross answers.
I think I used food one. I think I had like either a
baguette.
Yeah, I had a pineapple.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be a good one.
My back gets really itchy. I have an itchy back.
So do I.
Yeah.
And then there's always like my girlfriend will scratch my back and I go, get the wings, and she's like, what are you talking about, the wing? I'm like, the wings area.
Oh, I say under my blades.
Under my blades.
Yeah.
Like your roller blades.
My shoulder blades.
I got you. I say, yeah. There's always one spot that you get an itch on all the time, right?
Yeah.
And it's the exact spot you can't reach.
Has to do with sweating, I think.
100%. But I would say, I don't know, what's the weirdest thing you used? Maybe like a...
I've used rulers. I've used credit cards.
I probably had my hat on and I tried to do it with my hat, I think, at some point. If I was like in desperate mode.
This technically isn't gross, but somebody on there when I was reading the comments said they have a fork at their desk at work that they use to scratch their back with.
Well, just get a back scratcher. They're like $3 on Amazon.
I think back scratchers in general, like my dad used to always have one.
Yeah, so did mine.
They're kind of fucking gross.
They're gross, but it's better than a fork is like...
That's gross too. I mean, hey, back scratchers, they rip. They're great. They're gross.
I mean, the idea of them.
It's gross.
But
It's gross, dude. It's like you're just like literally like scratching like dead skin flakes, body.
I don't mind it because I go over clothes.
Then you're not getting a good scratch. Then.
No,
That's what are you wearing a condom? That's like having sex with a condom on.
Can I admit something right now?
What?
I didn't even think of going under my shirt until you just said it's gross.
I've never
gone under my shirt with a back scratcher.
When your girlfriend scratches your back, she don't scratch bareback. You don't go bareback with your girlfriend.
She probably. You ever scratch back?
You don't go bareback with your girl.
No, I don't. Because she probably did it like impromptu, and yeah, I've gotten like a. No, I don't know if I've gotten like a bear.
Dude, oh my God! Wait till you fucking pop that shirt off. It is gonna feel like the first time you didn't wear a condom.
Just raw dog in the back scratch.
Dude, oh my God! I'm excited for. Call me after. Call me after you scratch your back raw. No wonder you're always itchy in the same place because you're not getting off.
Yeah, you're right. My back hasn't busted a nut.
That is crazy. Yeah. Oh, so did John Donnelly? Was he an over the shirt?
No, he
back
wasn't.
scratch.
He never had a shirt on.
Like an over the pants hand job.
He used to walk around our neighborhood within like his shorts, his like khaki shorts, sandals, socks, and no shirt on. Just reckless abandon, walking around the neighborhood, waving to people, talking to them. No, he loved being shirtless.
When fucking men were men.
Yeah, when men were men.
Was he overweight?
Yeah, he was bigger than I was. He was like when I was my biggest, it's like the size that he was.
But see, that's not even. That's you know what that is though. That's not
Confidence.
even fat. He's
Dad.
so confident that he's not fat, being fat. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you see a guy, like, you know when you see like those like old Italian guys with just that blown out belly that they're just proud of and walking around. I'm not even like that's a fat guy. But then you see me, I come in here and I'm like contorting my body to hide my little titties, and you could tell I'm wearing black shirts. You're like, fat. He's fat, and he's fat. He's not proud of it. But you see one of those guys and they're just fucking hammering pasta outdoors, testing the limits of the fucking metal chair that they're
85
sitting
degrees
on.
out.
Yeah, sweating. They're dabbing their forehead while they're eating meatballs. Like, that dude's not fat because he's owning it.
Yeah, that's pure confidence.
Your dad walking around like
a lot of confidence. But that's
belly out. Hell yeah. I bet he always had hard nipples too. Old men, something happens. You hit a certain age, and those shits are just fucking erasers at all times.
Possibly. I never really thought about it.
I would guarantee it.
I'll be honest. I don't know if I want to even think about it more.
My dad had some fucking stiffies.
Some glass cutters.
Yeah, he had a pair of stiffies. It's just something that happens. I don't know what happens. You just like the blood flow's not as good to soften them up, or maybe that's good blood flow. I don't know how your nipples work.
I don't. Or it's like maybe because he was outside, even like it was like 50 degrees out, probably still topless. It's cold enough. You have hard nipples all the time.
I need to read a fucking book because I don't know how nothing in the human body works. But I don't know. I mean, they would be at like I'm talking like you see those old dudes at like a water park. They're all fucking just rocking. They're on rocking hard
also
nips.
Depends on what kind of nipples you have. Like,
Rock hard nips.
You never want to have like big nipples as a dude. That's gross. It's like the guys who have like bulbous butts. I think we talked about that.
A dude with a great ass.
A guy with a guy. I actually would rather have what I have than like because you have to be. In order for it to make sense, you have to be skinny all the time, so it's a normal size butt.
Yeah.
The more weight you gain, you just have a voluptuous ass.
There's a man with a big ass.
A man with like a booty, a big.
And that's what you don't want to be.
A badonkadunk, they used to call it about 6 or 7 years ago. A badonkadunk. They used to
around
call
my house, that still flies. Badonkadonk still plays, baby.
Ray, I'd like to segue into one of our sections. Can I do mine first?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I'm excited we are doing quick jerk after this.
Quick jerk, and then we got a brand new segment we're gonna end with.
Yes, but I would like to show you. Just talked about it. Old Italian men eating.
Wow, real quick, this episode is just flying by.
Sure is. You mentioned old Italian guys eating. Also, can I play this song for everybody?
No, thank you. It keeps playing this Chick Talk song, and I don't. I mean, it's fine. It's like a good song, but
it is good. All right, here we go. Let me find it. Vamp.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my mama.
I wanted to switch it up. We did comedy. We did a couple funny ones. We did a heartwarming one. What do you think is next?
I had an issue with the heartwarming one.
What was your issue with the heartwarming one?
It was fake.
It was not fake.
The next one is horror.
No, the next one is something near and dear to our hearts. Food.
Oh,
Check this out. There's no real sound.
Okay, bacon. Puts in the oven, stirring up some. Is that like pancake mix?
Yep. Look at this.
Oh my god!
I've never seen this in my life.
I'm getting diabetes already.
It's bacon pancakes.
Suck my ass.
Is that not one of the greatest things you've ever seen?
Are they trying to kill me? That looks phenomenal. It's like bacon French toast.
Do they have that the same way?
No, that's bacon pancakes.
Bacon pancakes.
So they're putting bacon in the pancake batter. They're flat. That looks good.
So the way they do it in the video, in case you guys are listening to the audio of this, is it's one of those like food videos where they show you step by step, like real quick. And they take a bunch of bacon and they put it on a pan. They put it in the oven. I'm guessing they must cook it like a little bit under. And they take it out and they have their pancake mix. And they literally dump the bacon in the pancake mix, throw it in the fryer. I just finishes cooking the bacon and it makes a pancake. And they make bacon I've never heard of this.
They look incredible.
They look amazing.
Have you ever tried to make something you saw in one of those videos like that?
Yes, I have.
It does not go well.
I not as good as I did. I made it wasn't anything too spectacular. That's like a novel.
Did you do the pickle thing?
What's the pickle thing?
You go first, and I'll tell you what
No,
I did.
I did this chicken breast thing this guy did, but it was very basic, and I was able to get it good, but not as good as he did.
Yeah, they kill it.
they're like world class chefs that are making it. Like, look how easy it is.
Oh, you think that is world class chefs?
What? That do it?
Yeah.
That have those channels and they make it so effortless? Yeah.
We did the because I probably once a week I start a low carb diet that I abandon by Tuesday, and it's you put cheddar cheese, you sprinkle cheddar cheese on like a pan, and it hardens. You put a pickle in the middle of it, and you roll the cheese over, and it has this like crispy, crunchy cheese shell around the pickle.
Oh my God! And you tried it with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
And how did it work out?
It worked out very shitty for like the first 3. Like the cheese is all fucked up. Like we didn't have the right like equipment to make it. Like they made it in like 2 seconds on this.
What equipment did they use?
They had like a good spatula. My spatula shit.
Yeah.
They had a good pan that was like sprayed nice. We're like sticking. I have like 3rd-degree burns on my wrist.
That's how it would be with these bacon pancakes.
Yeah.
You have to know the timing of it because remember at the end you'll see you guys see the
The
video
bacon
on
was
YouTube.
stiff.
That bacon was perfectly stiff.
Stiffer than a dad's nipples.
But they do say that if you cook it in the oven, it does become more evenly baked. That's why. But the pancake version of it at the end was perfect pancakes
phenomenal.
as well. So I know I would do it and probably burn a couple of the pancakes and try to figure it out. Or, I can't imagine doing it like him or them immediately.
How dope is breakfast?
It's amazing.
You know what somebody needs to do is just make that at a restaurant. I don't want to fucking make it myself.
Somebody told me that they did have it at a restaurant they went to.
I'll pay $15 for a plate of that.
I would.
Maybe 20.
But I've never heard anybody talk. The last pancake related exciting idea I heard was table cakes. Somebody told me about the phenomenon of table cakes. What that is you go to a diner with a group of people and nobody wants to get a whole big thing of pancakes because it's like so filling and they want eggs so you get table cakes, a couple of orders, one order depending on the number of people, and everybody kind of takes a couple of bites of pancake and it satiates your pancake fix. It's like your methadone.
I don't
pancakes.
like it.
What, table cakes?
Yeah.
I've probably only done it once. I don't think it's a bad idea.
I think you choose between savory or sweet. If you make your fucking choice, you got to live in that bag. I've seen little like corn dog sausages. They do like almost like pancake sausages, kind of like that. They're frozen, and they have like maple syrup in the like.
They do the cornmeal around it.
It's like a breakfast corn dog almost. So it's like a sausage link with like the cornmeal type stuff around it with like maple syrup in it. Oh. So it's kind of like your pancake sausage. I've seen that, I think. Or I might have fucking invented that actually just right now.
You might have. You should make it and see how it works out.
You want me to jerk you?
You mean it's called something different.
It's quick jerk time, baby.
That was very...
Let's get jerked. All right, this is going to be a good quick jerk.
It's problematic.
This is, I know you think... And it's not the truth, but I know sometimes you think that when we do this quick jerk that I'm trying to trap you, I'm trying to get you to say certain things, I'm trying to mess with you, withhold information.
I know that for a fact.
It's certainly not the
truth. You do
truth.
this thing where you ask the question, and then while I'm answering, you add something to it to make me look foolish or either racist or homophobic or a list of things.
Oh, every once in a while I'll have a pregnant pause, but that's just more for the dramatics of the show. So you should be able to follow, we know each other well enough. We have a good enough rapport. You should be able to know how I work. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I will answer these as honestly as I can. This is the quick jerk.
And that's all we can ask for.
Absolutely. Okay, let's hear it.
All right. Catholic school or public school?
Public.
Guns or knives?
Knives.
No arms or no legs?
No arms.
What's sexier? No arms is sexier?
That's not.
Why? So
that's a totally different question.
So she can't push you off of her. Do you sleep?
See, now I'm a date rapist.
Do you sleep with socks on?
No.
What's the weirdest thing you do in hotel rooms?
I in a hotel room. The weirdest thing I do. I know what you want me to say.
What is the weirdest thing you do? No, I just want to hear the honest answer. Weirdest thing you do in a hotel room. This isn't the slow jerk. Okay.
Weirdest thing I don't know. It would probably be like. Masturbate?
Ugh, gross. Besides me, who's the one guy you wouldn't want to mess with?
Besides you?
Besides me, dude.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. Oh, fuck him up. Do you pee in the shower?
No, I don't. And I did Are You Garbage once, and they were shocked I didn't.
Really?
I've never done it in my life.
You seem like the type that would. They were right. Why do some guys swim with their shirts on?
it's called man boobs and it's a problem, or it's called being Irish and pale, and our sun's getting stronger, Ray.
Is one more acceptable than the other?
One what?
One reason to wear the shirt more acceptable than the other.
I would say the
Irish or tits? What's more acceptable to wear the shirt for?
Irish.
Irish, right?
Just like you were saying before, be proud of your man tits.
Thank you. If you could fight one person in the U.S. government, who would it be?
Matt Gaetz.
Would you think you'd get a shot
I'd
beating
fuck
Matt
him
Gaetz?
up, Matt Gaetz. He looks like Eddie Munster. I'd headbutt that motherfucker.
You know what people tell me I look like a lot of times?
Matt Gaetz?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
They do not. They do not.
No, but I have gotten Matt Gaetz. Okay.
Is that true? Have you gotten Matt Gaetz?
Yeah, a lot.
Was it Fat Gaetz?
Yeah. Would you rather French kiss or peck kiss?
French kiss or what?
Would you rather French kiss or peck kiss?
I know something's coming at you.
No.
French kiss.
Fred Durst. Would you rather French kiss or peck kiss Fred Durst? You'd rather French kiss him. Okay. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And the answer can't be kissing Fred Durst.
What do I see myself in 10 years?
And it can't be kissing Fred Durst because he doesn't want to. That was just a hypothetical.
Living in a rebuilt Maui. Living in Fred Durst's guest house. I was wondering what was going to come after that. And Fred Durst, I would have never guessed in a million years.
From Limp Bizkit.
I know who it is.
Okay, last question.
Doesn't he have like a white beard now? He's like real old.
Yeah.
We talked about the videos of them being like, hey, are you friends with Eminem? He's like, yeah, we're buddies. And he's like, he's called you the worst piece of shit in music.
And you want to kiss the guy.
I want to kiss him.
All right. Last question. What's the capital of Kentucky?
Louisville.
Frankfurt, you idiot.
Is it Frankfurt for real?
Yeah, you stupid son of a bitch. It was the one question you needed to get a passing grade, and you don't even know the capital of Kentucky. You stupid son of a bitch.
Also, what class am I taking?
Yeah. No.
A passing grade
Hey,
for what?
clearly you don't know what class you're taking. You can't even get the answers right here.
Those questions run the gamut. They look at geography too. Would you French kiss Fred Durst?
These are all generated by artificial intelligence.
Oh, they are? They're ChatGPT or something else?
Nah, this is Ray, baby.
What do you?
These are Ray Zawodni originals.
Ray Zawodni originals?
Yeah, these all come from
you have your own AI app?
Yeah,
that you
in my brain.
yourself?
My own algorithm. My own Al Gore rhythm. It's an Al Gore rhythm.
He did invent the internet.
Yeah, see? Whoa!
Al Gore rhythm?
Is that why it's called Al Gore rhythm?
Is that?
That can't be.
Is
Oh my God.
Is
Pull
the-
my pants down and show everybody how shriveled my penis is right now because I am shocked.
Is the algorithm just it's not ones and zeros? It's just little tiny Al Gores?
Little Al Gore heads where he's either smiling or frowning.
Little boring Al Gores just all over the internet deciding what videos you need to watch? Algorithm.
Al Gore, stop sending me parkour videos. I'm over that phase of my life.
Al Gore. I don't care how batshit crazy Britney Spears is.
Hey, Al Gore, if you and the rhythm that you have are listening to the podcast, I want you to stop sending me parkour videos. I don't think they're as cool as I used to 6 months ago. And I don't want to see anybody else's stand-up reels.
Also,
so
it's
balls in
ironic.
your court, Al Gore.
Something's Al Gore rhythm. You know that guy has no rhythm. I've never seen the guy dance, but let's be honest.
Yeah, Al Gore rhythm is.
It's the wedding. It's the white guy up hands above.
Okay, the Al Gore rhythm.
Oh my
man,
God, he
that was
really
crazy.
did. The proof is in the name. He really did invent the internet.
We're really learning. It's like when we changed the name of the meaning of brain fart.
Well, that really was. This was smart, and that was even smarter.
Yeah,
That was great. Brain fart should be. Brain fart was a bad thing. You're like, it should be a good thing.
It is a good thing.
burst of knowledge.
a burst of knowledge.
A bubble.
Just ripping intelligence.
Dude, you want to try the new section?
New section. We're gonna do. We got time for how many of these? We'll do 3 of them. We can do 3 of them and talk about them. And some of them tie into the quick jerk. This is called "Is This Weird?" Where a lot of times in your day-to-day life, you'll do something. Maybe it's with a partner. Maybe it's with a new friend. Maybe it's with somebody. As you get closer in a relationship or a friendship, you do something, and they're like, "Wait, what are you doing?" And you start to think, "Wow, I've done this my entire life. Is this weird?"
Yeah.
That
was good acting.
Thank you.
Can we do it again?
Wait. Is this weird? Dude, we should do acting on the show too.
We could do that. We could run scenes.
Yeah, I want to run next show. We got to run scenes and do our the favorite badass movie scenes.
Ooh, we should come in with one apiece.
Yeah,
okay.
And then we got to feed each other ice cream. So those are gonna be our 3 things, or nachos,
3 priorities,
whatever you want to do.
Whatever's the mushiest.
Or maybe do some spaghetti. I could twirl it and do that.
That's a real Lady in the Tramp.
I know.
All right, so here we go. Is this weird?
So my girlfriend made a joke, like it was a thing the other day. She goes, yeah. She's like, well, not like you and your other grown man roommate sharing toothpaste.
Right.
Like it was a weird thing to share toothpaste. So I am like, what?
I don't.
The fuck? And I call my brother, who I've lived in a house with for many years. I've lived with my mom. We've always shared a toothpaste at the house.
You said she also thought it was weird if families did it.
Yes.
Maybe roommates, because you're like, oh, you have your own stuff. You're going in. You're not.
Yes.
You know, but here's the thing. She kind of disproved her own case. Because what she's saying, it's weird, meaning like you guys aren't dating. You're not married. Why would you share your own toothpaste, right?
Well.
But she's saying it's weird for anybody, any human, to share toothpaste. I don't see the logic.
So her family, growing up, they all had different toothpastes.
That seems so counterproductive, especially if it's like $13 for a tube of toothpaste.
So I called my brother, and I'm like, hey, listen to this shit. And then he goes, oh, yeah. A lot of people do that.
I've never heard of it.
He said, we didn't, but a lot of people did. It's fairly common. But what I think, her dad was a dentist.
Oh, so they were flush with
They
toothpaste.
were swimming in fucking toothpaste.
Yeah, that's totally
That's what
different
I'm
story.
saying.
Because the other way around is, also, how much room did you have in your medicine cabinet?
Yeah, it would be
Dentist or not?
It would be like if me
limited.
and my brother each had our own bag of heroin. My dad just had slews of. Just kidding. He wasn't sharing. But
dude, like,
I think that's a big reason why she did, and why she was so like, because there probably is some minuscule chance that germs could be transmitted through.
in what way?
That,
Unless you're pressing the thing up against
because when you're
brush.
pressing it, the end of it that comes off.
That is like,
It's minimal,
that's like COVID level.
but it's possible.
restrictions.
Yeah.
It's very minimal. I've never heard of that ever. I don't think it's medically. I think even medical professionals, doctors would be like, you can't be transferring that many germs that way. I've never done it. Because here's the thing. It's not possible because toothpaste comes out of the tube, goes on the brush.
Yeah.
I'm never touching plastic to brush. Plastic end of the tube is never touching the brush itself.
Yes, but the piece of thing, I don't know.
See?
Yeah,
Piece
I
of
don't
what?
know.
Piece of work. I'll tell you you're trying to push that past me.
Natalie, if
A
you're
real piece of
listening,
work.
to this episode, we're going to need to reconvene on this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I need an explanation.
I have another. Is this weird?
Let's hear it. I have one. People. I
Oh,
have one
yeah,
for me.
you go. Yeah, go ahead.
You know me, so it beckons to other parts of my life. But this one in particular, people go bonkers about.
Okay.
No syrup on pancakes.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Do you not like syrup?
I don't like syrup that much, and I like pancakes and butter. Like I like a lot of butter on pancakes.
I used to work with a guy, great dude, but he was kind of fired up, real intense guy. His name was Rich. We worked with him at the airport, and every morning he would get McDonald's pancakes. Guy was in phenomenal shape, by the way. Like not even making a joke. He was like jacked, worked out a lot. But in the morning he would eat McDonald's pancakes, no syrup, extra butter, put tons of butter on them, and eat them like a fucking taco. Is that weird?
Yes.
That's weird.
That's weird.
But it was crazy because Rich would be all fired up in the morning. He'd have his pancakes, and then he'd be like, like mellowed them out for the rest of the day.
Really?
He was hangry.
He was hangry.
Yeah.
But those pancakes aren't that big. I can't think of that filling anybody up. They're not like giant pancakes.
He would get 2 orders.
Oh wow! And they're McDonald's. It's weirder that he goes to McDonald's for his pancakes.
Well, because it was the only option at the airport, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think it's weird to not put syrup on your pancakes.
Yeah, probably. But that's more. I have a lot of those.
You have a lot of those?
Well, now I eat cheeseburgers, but for years I didn't eat cheeseburgers because I didn't put cheese on things. I didn't put even like salsa and chips.
I know.
Only
It's a fucking thing with you. It is. It's every order's complicated.
You also the other day told me that I find the way to make everything expensive.
You do. You spend like $30 at Chick-fil-A. I mean, I get inflation's going on right now, but $30 at Chick-fil-A and you didn't even get that much stuff.
I got the nuggets are expensive, and Chick-fil-A can be expensive.
When you order like off of the fucking baller menu,
the grilled chicken nugget meal, large, and an extra thing of nuggets. It's like 24 chicken nuggets. It fills you up.
Yeah, I guess.
And it ends up being like $18, $20.
It was more than that. I think she said $26.
No, it was not $26. It was not $26.
Give me the receipt. Produce the receipt.
Why would I have it?
Hey, good luck. Good luck come April.
Get audited. I see here Chick-fil-A for $26.
Hey, we got an anonymous call. This is the IRS.
Hey, IRS, this is R. Zawodni. Actually, no. Ray Z. My friend, he's spending too much on Chick-fil-A's. He's not gonna claim it with you guys.
You call me. Did you rat me out to the IRS
about fucking nuggets? All right. So what's your next one? You have another one.
Oh,
which you kind of mentioned already.
The socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wear socks when you sleep?
No, but there's been times where I want to. It's like it always happens when you're. To me, if you're freezing at night, like say I used to have an apartment where the heat was awful, so that would be a reason to try to do it. But always, every time I've done it in my life, I have done it, not normally, but every time I've done it, I woke up in the middle of the night. I take them right off because you can't.
It's weird.
It's weird. Yeah, it's really weird.
Okay, is this weird? This is what I really wanted to get at.
Okay, that's right.
And I know you're going to think it's weird, but sometimes it happens involuntarily. I will wake up this way and I didn't do it before I fell asleep. But sometimes I do it before I fell asleep to stay cool. Is I will sleep Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
T-shirt, no bottoms.
This is what I'll say. Yes. Technically, short answer, weird. Because it'd be less weird if you were full on naked.
Sometimes I am.
Right, I'm sure. But here's the thing. A lot of people sleep naked.
Some people swim naked.
They swim naked as well. But to Winnie the Pooh it, like, also, how long are these? What do you have, a nightshirt? Like you're from 1936?
You walk around with a lantern.
Because you know your shirts aren't covering your junk. So you
just walk around with the long shirt.
You're like, who goes
there? Who goes? They're like, hey, dude, that shirt's not long enough. I see your balls.
The lantern's going back and forth like your penis as it sways. But like
I wish it swayed. It's just rock hard at all time.
Like your nipples. So but here's the thing. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
My nipples
dude,
are my
put it this way. Even when I'm changing, I don't Winnie the Pooh it. Like if my boxers go on first, then my pants, then my shirt. Even trying to switch things up, I would never put the shirt on without underwear or anything, because that's a weird.
My order, I go socks first.
You do not go socks first.
Yes, I do. I put my socks on first.
That's weird.
What do you put on first?
Everything else?
You get out of the shower naked. You get into your room. You take off your towel.
I dry myself off like Donald Duck. I do like the shimmy. I put my boxer briefs on first, and then my jeans, and then my T-shirt, and the socks are last. Mostly also because I'm a very big proponent of like the less time in socks, because if I have socks on all day, like if I can, I go home in the middle of the day, I have to go back out.
Yeah.
Even without showering, I'll put on new socks. I love the feeling of new socks.
It's phenomenal.
So if I put my socks on last minute before I have to leave my house.
New socks and a new T-shirt.
Oh, fantastic!
Woo!
Killer.
New sock. Okay, I'll tell you.
Why,
and there is a rhyme or reason for this.
The Winnie the Pooh?
The Winnie the Pooh thing's weird, but I can't help it. Sometimes I would just wake up and they're gone.
You just.
And I don't know who's coming in and taking my pants. No, I do it in my sleep. I'm like, I'm hot.
The boxer gnomes.
Well, I get hotter there. I got thick thighs and fat balls. And so what happens is when I get out of the shower, I dry off. I do a good job drying off. I go into my room where it's as cool as possible. I make sure to put my air conditioner on when I go in the shower, so I come out and I'm nice and cool because I don't want to sweat when I'm putting my shit back on. I'm the same way, yeah. It's a good idea.
If the temperature's wrong, it makes it worse. You can sweat
makes it
more
worse.
after a shower.
So I dry off completely. Put my socks on first, and I put my shirt on second. So I'm taking enough time to get as dry as I possibly can in my nether regions.
See, that's okay. You kind of
And then I put my drawers on.
So here's the thing, though. I'll tell you this much: you putting your socks on before anything else, you're gonna make sure you're not drying or cool enough because socks on is gonna make you hotter. Like,
But my room is ice cold.
Oh.
It's not going to be enough, and it takes me about anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to put my socks on.
What about boxers? Like, so you'll.
I wear briefs, boxer briefs.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So how long are you Winnie the Poohing it in that process? In the changing.
Maybe 30 seconds.
Okay. But there's a moment where you're standing there with the shirt on and no boxers. Yeah, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
But the other side of you said sleeping that way, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would feel too weird. I wouldn't be able to sleep naked either. So that's
I also put my socks on with one hand.
You put your socks on with one hand?
Yeah, I don't
What's
use
the
two
logic
hands.
behind that? That's weird too.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
weird? Yes.
Just always have.
What is it? Wait, is it a wing? My friends used to eat buffalo wings with one hand to see if they could do it, just so you don't get the other hand messy. That was kind of the logic
fucking
there.
brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
I should do that.
then they had it down to an art. Like they would eat they would devour the whole wing with one hand.
I don't like that though.
What? Devour?
We've talked about.
Oh
wings.
yes, chomping down. I'm the same way.
It is fucking.
Yeah,
Have some self-respect and show some class.
You fucking Neanderthal.
Yeah. Hey, have some class at this Buffalo Wild Wings. All right.
But what's the one-handed sock? I don't even know.
I could show you after this
Well, it's not
how
necessary.
I do it. I just kind of I'm standing and I grab my sock, I lift the sock up, and I just kind of slide it on one-handed. I like
there a
stretch it out and
reasoning?
put it on. Yeah, I don't gotta sit down.
You want to do it standing.
Yeah, I want to do it standing. Hit the ground running for the day. Time to suck the day's dick, baby. You know me.
Well, I've learned a lot. I like this new section. Is this weird? Dude, you like this? Is this weird? Quick jerk? Can't beat it.
And the bro feeding.
Well, that's not a section on the show.
That's gonna start.
No, it's not.
Tune in
No,
next
no,
week
no.
where I feed Sean Donnelly oatmeal.
This is the grossest thing. Next
We
week,
record that
clam
separately.
chowder.
We record that separately. I put him in bed and I sit next to his bed and I feed him and then I read him stories.
While I'm winning the point. All right, let's get out of here. This has been a wacky episode.
This is one off the rails.
This kid's on. He's on no sleep.
I'm on no sleep. No sleep.
Do me a favor. Can we plug away? Tell the people where they can find us, Ray.
Yes. Every single Thursday. Last week we took a little Labor Day break because hey, we're workers, baby.
Absolutely.
We deserve a day off. But yes, every Thursday you could catch full video episodes out there on our YouTube channel. It's also where we post our shorts. Make sure to go out there, subscribe, comment, let us know how you feel. We're having so much fun doing this show. It is. I mean, you can attest. It's fucking evolved since day one. We're having more fun than ever. Periodically,
We'll have more guests for you guys.
Periodically, we have guests, but it's nice to hear just the gruesome twosome. And let's go out to TikTok. We got brand new Jerks Pod out there. I've really been neglecting TikTok. Got to put some stuff on there. And people are just dying around me. But listen, you can listen to us on Spotify. Still leave ratings and reviews out there on Spotify. That's still an option. And the podcast, Apple Pods, leave it out there. Find me personally at Ray Zawodni on Instagram, and you can find this bastard
at Shawnee Time
on Instagram.
SEANYTIME. Guys, this coming weekend, I will be in Vancouver at the House of Comedy.
Vancouver.
And so please come down and see that. I have other dates coming up. We're going to do a show on the 24th of September.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Phantom Power. It's at whatever it's called.
And the 26th.
The 26th, we're doing, what is it again? The
New York Comedy Club in Stamford.
Yes, we're doing New York Comedy Club in Stamford.
Connecticut.
The 26th. If you're a fan of this podcast, come to that show. It's going to be a blast. If you're nearby, that club is awesome.
That's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be me and Ray. And guys, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Love you.
You want to do it? Here we go.
Yeah. I got my bracelets on.
Thank you, guys.